This is so strange. Okay. I don't know where to start.
All you, man.
Okay, welcome everybody to our very first podcast episode of the Bucket Edit. This is surreal. This is so much has been leading up to this.
This is big.
And we're here now. So my name is Rico, and this is my co-host
Ethan.
Yes. So yeah, let's hop into this. Wow.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I mean, we can sort of introduce ourselves. I mean, if you want to.
Yeah.
Introduce.
I mean, I'm clearly a Thunder fan.
And I'm clearly a Laker fan. I'm wearing Caruso, one of my favorite players, but it's on the Bulls instead.
I think I need to get a Caruso Thunder jersey.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite
Which
players.
might have been the greatest moment of the off season. Caruso coming over.
And
I think.
I mean, you got rid of Giddy though, but.
I got my Giddy jersey. I forgot to bring it.
Yeah, I guess.
I got that one. Yeah.
I was gonna talk about like who we are and why we're doing
this.
Yeah. It's like, okay. I mean.
We're gonna say like where we're from and.
I mean, we're from Australia.
Yeah.
Adelaide.
Home of Josh Giddey.
Yes.
Himself.
Well, he played for the 36ers. He wasn't from
it,
Adelaide.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the 36ers later for the NBL fans. This is going to be an NBA, like, mainly podcast, but we'll talk about the NBL every now and then. I mean, the season's just finished. We can start talking about it now. I don't see why not.
Well, I mean, playoffs are up and going.
It's still going, yeah. I'm not watching anymore.
36 is blew an unfathomable lead.
Oh, I know, yeah. And I watched just as Kendrick Davis hit the halftime buzzer beater in the background. I'm like, we've got to win this.
Because like I can't be bothered downloading the NBL app, and I assume that's when you get the live updates.
Yeah.
And the website doesn't do it.
Right.
There's no live updates.
I mean, I just use Google, but shit.
So I would just turn on Fox every now and then. But I was out shopping that day, and every time you messaged me, I was like, "Oh, something's happening." Switch to Foxtel, turn it on, and I watched I got home.
Yeah.
And I watched the last 6 minutes and turned it off with 2 minutes to go.
I'm
not watching that. I was not watching that.
Didn't look at it. Yeah.
I couldn't.
I turned it off before the game finished. Yeah.
I think I turned it off when I think we just missed like 2 absolute bombs in a row.
Yeah.
Look,
we weren't. I did not expect anything. I mean, we have good moments with some of the players we have, and then
we got like
not consistent.
Davis and Harrell, both top 5 in points.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Davis top of assists.
Yeah,
he's averaging like 26 and 8 or something like that.
Yeah,
second or third in the MVP, and we pull out that.
Yeah, I mean, Southeast Melbourne is it the Phoenix?
Yeah.
They did beat us every game we played them this year.
Yeah.
I think.
They're clearly better than us, but the problem is we're not. We're not better than them.
We could have just held the lead.
We should be like Humphreys is top 5 in blocks. We got 2-point leaders. We got an assist leader. Montrez is obviously. I think he's up there in rebounds. We got someone leading top 5 in a lot of stats.
Yeah.
And I think it's coaching.
Yeah, I think
it's coaching.
That's a hot take. Anyway. I guess this is an NBA podcast,
yes,
majority, so we'll move straight onto that. I want to talk about how we both got into basketball as like an introduction sort of thing. Do you want me to start or you?
No, go for it. You're up.
All right, well, very first... it's actually hard to remember, but I know one of the main reasons why I got into the NBA is, as a kid, I used to play on the PlayStation 2, and I had a NBA Live. It was actually a PlayStation 1 game. NBA Live 99, I think.
Classic.
And I knew, I heard of players like Michael Jordan. No, the only players I knew, actually...
How old are you here?
A young kid.
Yeah.
I'd say, the range, maybe 7 years old to, 11, somewhere in between there. So, I've been a massive soccer fan growing up. And... I'd play FIFA and, some soccer games, most of the time. But, obviously I liked the NBA Live 99 when I played it. And I only knew a few players' names. I only knew a few teams. I obviously learnt the teams, not as much the players, because it's easy to remember teams when you're a kid, I guess.
Especially when it's from an era that you're not in.
You see a logo, you see a name, and then there's a bunch of players. But the only players I knew was Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. I didn't know Dennis Rodman, but I got to know him when I saw his character and he had the colourful hair. I'm like, yeah, that guy's cool. Them three, I think. And then the other two was Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Anyway, So I knew the Bulls, I knew the Celtics, the Lakers, the teams you would kind of know if you would have heard or seen. Maybe a few others, but they were the main three. And if I'm going to be an NBA fan, they're the three teams I know. They're the three teams I'm going to one of them I'm going to go for.
That's why they're big market
teams. Yeah, exactly. It was 99 the year, so it was like when Michael Jordan was
young Kobe,
really good, young Kobe. Anyway, so Jordan, I feel like I could have easily been a Bulls fan. But the story is his name isn't actually in the game, Michael Jordan. So the Bulls only have Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. No Michael Jordan. I only found this out not long ago. And a lot of old games did this. Their name is like player.
Yeah.
And I had no who the heck is player? So on another game I used to play, it was the Euros, the soccer 2000. They had a play on France just called player.
Yeah.
And who would have replaced someone? I have no idea. Probably like Zidane back then. I actually don't know.
Well, there's a lot of games, like I know, especially in the NFL, when there's a lot of controversial players,
right.
They just take them out.
Yeah, they do that.
They say they're player and they've got like the same stats, same jersey number, but they're just player.
I didn't think they did that as much now, but...
Nah, definitely not. I mean, players, they're just...
A few years ago, I thought it was because he went to play baseball, Michael Jordan. I'm like, oh, he's not in the game. I don't know. I don't remember what years exactly he went.
90, it'd be 94, 95.
Oh, so yeah, it was nowhere near.
No, 90, yeah.
He came back for the
94, because it was, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was what happened. He actually wasn't he was actually in the game, but it wasn't his name. So I'd Michael Jordan's not on the Bulls. I mean, they were one of the best teams ranked in the game. I think Utah Jazz were.
Because if it's 99, it was based on the 98 season. So he wouldn't have left yet.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll go for the Lakers as Shaq and Kobe, and I didn't really know Scottie Pippen as much. I didn't know who Dennis Rodman was.
Bandwagon.
Yeah.
I mean, when there's clearly an origin story, you can't bandwagon.
For us, it's different because if we're in America growing up in Chicago, holy shit, I'd go for the Bulls like that.
Yeah, well, I got a mate at work, and his dad grew up in Chicago, so he's a Bulls fan, Cubs.
Oh, I see.
All that.
Yeah. I think you told me about him actually.
Yeah, and he supports all those Chicago teams. So I'm lucky.
They haven't been well in sports for a long time. No. Actually. Probably since their
Cubs World Series, they got one. Okay. I think. Don't quote me on that. They did. Yeah, D-Rose.
Anyway, and yeah, I really like the Celtics, as well, which is fun. I found out later they're fucking rivals, Lakers and Celtics. So I'm like, okay, I can't really. I still like them, as a franchise.
Yeah, I feel like they're a team they're a franchise you respect.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like them, you respect them.
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day. There's not really many teams we hate. The team I'd probably dislike the most is the Knicks. There's not a big reason why, I'd say, but it's I guess the fans. That was something we're going to talk about that one episode, the fan bases.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You know what? I've skipped a few things here. We've got. Let's go. Okay, I want to go back. I don't want to skip too far because you haven't talked about how you've gotten into basketball. But to be fair, I actually haven't even finished yet myself.
You got a long origin story.
Yeah. So, many years later, I'd say 2020 when I was what? How old were we in 2020?
15, 16.
Well, maybe even 2019, around that age.
So 15,
I played that game every now and then. Didn't play it for a few years. So I liked basketball. Obviously I was into soccer more. And then 2019, 2020, COVID hit.
Yeah.
The bubble. I don't actually remember exactly what happened.
I don't remember anything from the bubble. I forget that existed.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly every step, but I remember seeing kids watching live streams in
Kevin
class.
Durant with the bucket.
It's popping that in there. What was I up to? So I remember seeing live streams, people watching the games in class, and I obviously knew I liked the Lakers. Found out LeBron exists. I knew who he was, obviously, but I found out he plays for the Lakers, and they got a big trade with AD.
See, 2020 doesn't feel that long ago, but again, you were 14, 15. That feels like
that's
longer.
ages ago. 5 years, Wow. But I remember watching the what do you call it? The playoffs. No, but it was the All-Star weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. And then I remember seeing I found clips of a very big inspiration. I don't remember when I saw this, but the 2016 All-Star.
Oh yeah.
We're going to talk about the All-Star weekend today.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2016 where you had Zach LaVine and Aaron
Yeah.
Gordon. They already became two of my favorite players.
Kobe's last All-Star, LeBron peak.
Yeah, exactly.
KD, Steph. Like that was.
But I wasn't aware of any of that in 2016.
Yeah.
I was not aware. I didn't really follow it obviously until 2020,
Yeah.
and then obviously when the Lakers won the playoffs in the bubble, that sparked. I was watching all those.
Yeah.
I started watching midway through the playoffs. I was watching that whole
that
Heat,
whole run. Yeah.
Miami Heat and Lakers final, and big respect to Jimmy Butler, one of my favorite players too.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's and then I started following it. But the very last thing I'll talk about is the TikTok account I made in 2021. January 10. I was very bored. It was still COVID, and I'd seen
Was it 2020?
yeah, but 2021 still had
21.
COVID.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I didn't. I can't remember what year it was. Yeah.
It wasn't had lived for a while, but yeah, I was bored, and I'd had TikTok, and I'd seen people making videos, and
Yeah.
I was like, this looks fun, and for some reason I went to basketball. I started making videos, didn't think anything of it. Maybe a month later, I got a video with 1 million views.
That's huge.
Which is
that's
which
big.
is I didn't. I woke up one day oh, what the heck, didn't expect that. And it came from consistent. So I mean, this is for people that want to make TikTok videos. Just be consistent. I was making a video every day after school.
Yeah.
When I was bored, finding a song, finding a a player, and making an edit or something. You know what I mean? And then I just went from there, and then fuck it. Now it's at it was at 310,000 followers. 311, I think the max. It's fallen a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't been active on it.
I checked. I think it was 288 or something.
This is what's going to hopefully spark the account back up.
Yeah,
this
bring it back.
Podcast. Yep, the Bucket Edit. So Bucket.edits was the name of the. That's another story. I don't even know why I called it that. I just found a name. Just buckets is basketball and edits, and that exists. Anyway, I feel like I've talked too long about myself.
Nah. Well, your origin story probably started sooner on a base level. Mine, segueing back to 2016, that's when that was the start of mine.
And you're a Thunder, I've said this already, but Laker fan, Thunder fan. I mean, you can.
I'm pretty I'm pretty obvious. I got a little Chris Paul down here.
There's a card, if you can see it. I have no idea.
So obviously, like you, growing up, you always know that basketball exists and it's a sport. It's fun to just go outside at school and just shoot some hoops. But you never really pay attention.
And I never really played it at high school, or primary school, high school, really much.
Yeah.
I've never really, I've been pretty bad at basketball. Bad.
Yeah, so 2016, it would have been really early on, maybe even late 2015. I had this one mate in primary school. He was really big on basketball. He was a really good young talent, and obviously he followed, and he was a LeBron fan. So at the time he was a Heat. I think it was. Oh no, it would have been Cavs.
He was a LeBron fan.
Yeah. He was.
Cavs,
so he followed LeBron, and then I think
he
he followed someone else for a bit, and then he went to the Sixers. Followed Ben Simmons.
Wow,
I don't even know who he supports anymore. But yeah, I got him into footy. That's Rico's soccer.
AFL,
Australian football.
Rules
Yeah,
football.
that's my sport. I got him into that, and then he sort of slowly tried to get me into basketball. And on my birthday, so it would have been late 2015, September. He got me one of those hoops that goes over your door.
Oh yeah.
And I still remember he gave it to me and he said, "You got me into footy. I'm going to get you into basketball now." And I said, "All right." And I would go over to his house often. He moved schools at this point, but we stayed in touch.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he didn't. No, he moved school the next year. Anyway, so 2016, I go over to his house often, and we just start watching highlights. And just one player that caught my eye was Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, one of my favorites too. But
you just watch highlights constantly, and just the speed and the power and the attitude, and just his whole personality of Russell Westbrook just immediately caught on to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know much about this guy. I didn't know a lot about any of the specifics. And I say, I really like this guy. And he goes, he plays for the Thunder. And like, I immediately attached like the Thunder.
Yeah.
I love the colors, love the logo, love the team name, loved Westbrook.
Is it also because you're a Port Power fan as well?
That does help. I wasn't going to mention that, but
AFL.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
in the AFL, yeah. Power Thunder, yeah. I never even batted an eye at Portland.
Oh yeah,
like I'm a Port Adelaide fan. I didn't even like, and that ended up coming crashing down together when when we played them with Dame and PG, and that was
Dame gamed.
That was a real moment for me. But yeah, I sort of immediately attached to Russ and the Thunder.
Yeah.
And then the next off season, it was off season after that. But the next season, Russ just goes bang. 2017 season. MVP.
Oh, yeah, triple-double. Yep. Averaging.
Yeah, 20 games and all that sort of stuff. That was... and the one game that just grabbed me, and I'll never... Like, from that point on, I was Thunder for life, was that when he broke the single-season triple-double record.
Was that on the Wizards, right? That was...
No, that's when he broke the all-time. The single season. Against the Nuggets.
Was it 2017?
I think it was, maybe 18.
That wasn't that game where he hit the game winner.
It was the game winner.
That is the one.
In the orange against Denver.
Yeah.
From, like, God, it would have been like 35 feet. Just bang. And that was... And I can't remember who was commentating, but the commentator just said, what a perfect ending to a historic day.
Yeah,
and
that's where it comes from.
That lives with me, And
I'm going to play that. That's going to
absolutely,
play
Ready.
Thunder's out of timeouts. Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot. Get it! What a perfect ending to a historic day. Westbrook gives the Thunder the victory at the buzzer. I'm speechless.
And that was the moment for me.
And
And then he wins MVP, and I'm thinking, this is awesome. Obviously, we continued to choke. Yeah, so Russ wins MVP, and then obviously we kept choking the playoffs, which is why I grew to be a very big Houston Rockets hater. It's died down recently, but especially leading up to...
Is it the James Harden trade? Is that...
Well, he'd already been traded by the time I started following us. Yeah. So had KD. One thing that helped, it's not a reason why I'm a Thunder fan. I haven't thought about this guy forever. What was his name? The guy that did the KD diss track. What was his name?
I don't know his name, but
YouTuber.
I know the exact guy you're talking about.
I can't. I might have to look it up.
Look, it sounds horrible. It's Yeah, I've heard it a few times, even recently.
It was bad, but that was it was so funny.
Yeah.
And then that off season, we started getting speculation over who was going to come to the Thunder because we were really big, and then bang, George. Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and then I'm thinking, holy shit, we're winning it all. And I remember going to school the next day and just taunting my mate. I can't remember who he went for, but just taunting him because we got Paul George, and whoever he supported, it was either his team or the Thunder.
Yeah,
PG was going to go to, and I was already a little bit invested in PG because of that. Like, him on the Pacers was huge, and that shot where he's at the logo, tells the defender to wait, hits it. That was a big one. I love that. I mean, it's just sort of fast tracks from there. I'm a Thunder fan. I'm locked in. Russ gets traded. My heart's broken. And being obviously, and the NBA is it's really big. Like, people follow players. Like, one of my mates followed LeBron, and another one followed KD.
Man, it's like the only sport I can really think of that a lot of it factors on the player.
Being an Australian football fan, Australian football, for those that don't know, is really big on team loyalty. You don't follow players. It's all
most
team.
Sports should be, and like
a lot of
I mean, for me in the NBA, it's still the
because there's less players on a team, so you can really get attached to a single player. But I refused to go because he went to the Rockets, and I hated the Rockets. So that made me hate the Rockets a little bit more.
Yes.
And then Paul George left.
Lucky for you.
Carmelo Anthony got washed and left. Steven Adams left. Everyone left.
Your team was like a ghost town, wasn't it? For a while,
we were poo. we were poo. And then we had that with that Paul George trade. I was spewing.
At the time.
Obviously,
At the
yeah.
time,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, who gives a shit about all these picks?
Turns out it's the best fucking
And then we
trade.
got Chris Paul.
One of the best trades in history.
Chris Paul before was on the Rockets, and I hated him.
Yeah.
I hated Chris Paul.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know
he
that
had so much attitude.
Even
and he
though
still
you got the
does.
card
He
there.
still does, I know.
Yeah, he does.
Like, I still sort of don't agree with how he conducts himself. He's a bit of a rat.
Yeah.
But what he did for us in that 1 or 2 years he was with us, I will never forget. He dragged us to the playoffs in the bubble where we lost to the Rockets. Lou Dort dropped like 25 in Game 7 and then got blocked on the game winner. I remember watching that. More heartbreak. And then it just goes downhill from there. We lose by 70 to Memphis. We're in the bin.
That was the worst moment.
Bottom of the West. I'm thinking,
great.
And 2 years later,
Yeah.
we're top and people are calling me a bandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, that would be-
yeah.
Well,
People-
look. At least I've watched us win a championship.
Yeah, you got
for the
that.
time that I've been a fan.
I'm hoping
whereas-
this is our year.
I still think you have way more years to go as well.
We do,
So
but
if
every
you
year
still
we
wanna-
don't win it. The expectation is
It gets
going
higher.
to build.
Yeah.
So that's all. If we win it, obviously I want to keep winning, but that's just going to be stress off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Because we haven't won it since '76 or something when we were the Supersonics.
Yes. Anyway, yeah,
that's a good debate. We'll get into that later. For me specifically, if the Sonics came back, would I still support the Thunder?
It'll probably be a new team.
I would
I feel
still
like
be a
you'd still
Thunder
be a
fan,
Thunder
but I would
You have a soft spot for the
definitely. Like I have a soft spot for the Raptors.
Yeah. Why is that again?
DeMar DeRozan and
just
DeMar and Lowry.
Carl.
That's when I started following the NBA. They had that really funny relationship, and
Yeah.
I really liked the way DeMar played.
Yeah, I still do. Like,
And then he
mid-range
went to the
king.
Spurs, and then. But I still have, and there's Scotty Barnes. I mean, you can't hate him.
Yeah.
Grady Dick. They're just an enjoyable team.
Yeah, they're a fun team.
You can't
They're a
hate
fun
them.
team.
You can't hate them.
I hope they start.
And then
doing
I was
well,
actually
but-
quite. I was happy when they won it with
2019,
Kawhi. That
yeah.
was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll always have a soft spot for the Raptors.
That's like your second team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes. It's OKC on the ceiling. Raptors here. Everyone else,
Yeah.
and then the Lakers down the bottom.
Yeah, doesn't like the Lakers.
No.
Probably get into that as well.
We'll get there. Yeah.
More. Oh, but yeah, that's. I want to move on. So I should have said this at the start of the episode, especially it being the first episode. What we're gonna mainly talk about? It's gonna be like a weekly. We're gonna try and get it to be a weekly thing, and we're gonna sort of cover, the week of basketball each, like NBA each week. I know, the only game that happened today is LA and Charlotte. I have not seen the score. I've been so busy.
Oh, you
today.
didn't?
What's happened? Did we
Oh
win, lose?
boy. Okay.
Oh no! Don't tell me someone
So it was tight all game. I can't believe you actually haven't seen anything.
We haven't even said anything about Luka Doncic being on the Lakers. I mean, that's
Oh
insane
yeah, Luka
still.
Doncic,
Yeah,
who
that was the start of
almost
Feb.
dropped a quadruple double with turnovers today.
Oh wow!
He had 14.
I know he hasn't been that great.
He had
so far,
14. Don't quote me on the stats, but it was 14,
Yeah.
12, 8, and 6 turnovers. He had 5 in the first half.
Did we win or lose?
You lost.
Okay, well, I don't even. Don't worry about it. Move on.
LeBron, he started hot, had the first 10 points of the game,
Yeah.
shit the bed, missed 20 shots in a row, and then went nuts in the last. Bridges went nuts. I didn't even notice LaMelo. I didn't watch. I was just watching the stats. But then 2 minutes to go, it's tight.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I bring it back, and there'd be 30 seconds left. I've sort of been watching a little bit. And Hornets are up by 2. Rui Hashimura has 2 free throws.
Don't tell me you missed it.
Nuggets.
Oh, Nuggets.
Missed them both. LaMelo goes down and scores. They're up by 4. LaFuck you 3 right back.
Missed brick, or did he hit it?
No, he hit it. He hit it. Well, it was a LaFuck you 3.
Yeah.
So he's hit. Of course, he hit it. And then I don't know. I think Mark Williams scored. Which is funny. He had an okay game. He missed everything, but he had an okay game.
Yeah.
And then everyone I'm watching this on Reel, obviously. Shout out to John.
The app, yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's saying Luke is going to take this final shot.
And he didn't, did he?
And I tried to watch it on Fox, but they kept playing something else.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't get to watch it live. And then I went back LeBron heave, miss. Offensive rebound, gets it back, heave, another miss. Missed them both, lost by 3.
Oh well.
So it was entertaining. It was a good
that's
watch.
the only game that's happened so far since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, so what I was going to say was, we're going to talk about the news, weekly news. And another thing is we have a bucket here to represent the bucket edit. And every episode we're going to pull out a thing. There's a ball in there for now, but we're going to pull out a little topic and we're going to talk about that. We are going to run out of time soon.
Yeah, well, okay, before we run out of time, you clearly haven't been on your phone all day.
Yeah.
You haven't seen anything.
No.
I put it in there, but I want to bring it up. LeVar Ball
Oh, I heard about that.
has had his foot amputated.
Yeah, I did hear. Actually, one of my mates at uni told me.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I saw a tweet this morning. It said LeVar Ball. I wasn't looking
I was looking at it on Twitter and I saw NBA Central and I thought, well, this is Centel.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and there's a photo of him with his leg wrapped up and he's missing his foot.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm like,
how's that even happen? What happened?
Oh, they just say some medical issue. I didn't look into
Hopefully,
it.
praise to LeVar Ball.
Oh, apparently he was in good spirits. I mean, he sacrificed his leg for 3 goat sons.
Yeah, good on him.
I couldn't believe it.
And now, one of
I'm looking at this going, I really hope he doesn't see this today so I can bring it up.
Yes. Well, there you go. That's the news we're going to talk about.
What?
Yeah, but we have things we're going to pull out of the bucket, both of us. But one thing I wanted to talk about, the last thing for the news, because we'll go into more depth. We've run out of time today. Hopefully we can we're going to try and make these episodes somewhere between 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
I'd say on average. Because I haven't talked to you about this yet. The Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shoes, the Converse.
Oh,
what are your thoughts on those? Are they...
I want to buy them.
Yeah,
I like them. When I first saw them and they
ones.
were zipped up, butter.
Oh, they're called butter.
Butter colorways. I don't know. I think it is butter because he did some promotional thing with butter.
Yeah.
I actually really like them. Less so as a basketball shoe, but more so.
They're nice. They look sick. Yeah.
As street shoes.
Yeah.
I would wear them.
Yeah.
And I went to a mate, and I showed him them, and I said, "What do you think of these?" Because they're going for I don't know, 200 US. Yeah. It'd be 200 AU,
right?
Plus shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I get them? Just because I do kind of like them.
So he's a Converse athlete now. Is that how it works? Has he signed to them?
Yeah. I think he already was signed to them, and now he's got a signature shoe. Yeah. Converse is I like it.
I only got a pair the other day.
They're the OG NBA shoes. Play the ad from the 80s.
I'll find it.
They were the original.
I'll find it.
The Last Dance. It's on that. Last Dance.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I would have seen it then.
Well, speaking on Shai, I like him, and speaking on him, he's his own agent now.
Sorry?
I don't know if you saw that today. He's parted way with his player agent, and he's representing himself now.
Nice, good for him.
Pay him, OKC. Pay him, keep him.
Need to, yeah. I swear to God.
You don't even know
Don't do it, Mavericks. Don't get rid of your.
You don't even know what I'd do if look, I'd still be. I'm wearing a J-Dub jersey right now.
Yeah.
I got Russell Westbrook thing here. I got a Chris Paul card. I'm clearly a Thunder fan, not a Shai fan.
And the lights.
And the lights, obviously, yeah. But please keep him.
Yes. Yeah. Look, I'll probably skip some topics we're going to talk about today and do it for another episode because I want to at some point talk about how each team's going. That's going to take a bit too long.
Yeah. I mean, now it becomes
after the All-Star.
Now that we're after the All-Star, it's about playoffs. Who's pushing? Do the Hornets make the playoffs now?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Would their main man Dalton connect?
No, he's not even there.
I know. He did nothing today.
Yeah,
nothing.
Fair enough. So there's also we've talked about the NBL.
Yep. A really short thing on the NBL. Taco Fall's in the NBL.
Really? What team?
I don't know, but I just saw him.
I think I've heard of him, but that's it.
Yeah, so that's in the bucket, so ignore that. But
Oh, really?
Yeah, Taco Fall. The guy. I want to go watch him.
So there was. I was going to talk about who wins each award. That'll be coming later. I guess.
I had that as a topic.
Because the main thing I wanted to talk about is I still want to try and pick something there.
Yeah, we'll get to the bucket.
And we have a trivia question for each other. The last.
Oh, you got one for me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know ball.
I actually tried to give it to someone. They struggled, but it's something you should. I feel like you should get most of the answers. Right. The main thing I want to talk about is, of course, the All-Star Weekend that just happened. Did you tune into that?
Yes and no. More than what I normally would.
In the background,
Yeah, I was working all those days.
Yeah.
But no, I did try and because the dunk contest was on Friday for them, so it was Saturday for us. So I got to watch that. I watched the 3-point and the dunk contest, but I don't normally watch the 3-point. But I was very invested in Tyler Hero winning it, and he did.
Yeah, and you predicted
wanted
that.
him. I didn't put
I thought Damon was going to win that for sure. Triple.
I'm not a gambler, but I will.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that Hero would win it, just because I said he would, and I wanted to, and he did. I was shitting myself. Buddy Hield, money rack, hit 4 out of 5.
That was my second player.
I was going to pick him.
I thought he was going to win.
As a meme, I was going to pick him.
Yeah.
But he started poorly, and then dunk contest I watched.
Yeah, and I predicted Mac McClung, and that was
I should.
That was great.
I picked
that's
Andre Action Jackson.
Obviously, those two, we won't name them, but they, didn't perform. Whereas Castle and
Castle was good.
Giselle, he did it. He did good. That's a good performance for a dunk. It's not amazing, but he's done like.
I respect raw dunks that can be technically done in game, but jumping over a car.
That's what we want. Like we've been waiting for that since Blake Griffin.
Yeah, but and 2016,
the double one was one of my favorites.
That was good. Like it was a good dunk on its own.
McGee or Dwight
what
Howard.
would have been better is because he took Evan Mobley and put him on a 6-inch stand.
Get Wemby.
Just get Wemby.
I don't know if anyone.
I think Wemby would have said no.
He would have gone to.
He would have said no, but also because he would have been
he
helping.
Put like a little thing underneath.
He would have been helping him beat his teammate.
I didn't know who it was, by the way. I couldn't tell it was Mobley.
It was Mobley.
And then I realized.
I think it was.
Later. I was like, who have they got here? I didn't see him, and then.
It was Mobley, yeah. I don't know why they got
I
Mobley.
hope, he said he's not going to come back. He might. I think a 3 is McClung.
Oh, McClung, yeah. Oh, I didn't.
I think he's done 3, and he's won them all. It's that's surely enough. But he might come back.
Well, guys, but he is what we need.
He's gotten a bunch of them to say, I want to do it next year now.
Yeah.
You got
Morant,
you got Gordon,
Levine,
even Giannis, which I don't know how that will go. He tweeted something.
Did he? Well, he tweets everything.
Yeah, he does.
I love Giannis.
I got some notes.
He's the key to World Peace. Giannis.
Yeah, I love Giannis. He's one of my favorites.
He's one of my favorite non-Thunder players. Yeah, absolutely.
I got some notes. I've got. I wanted to talk about the format.
The tournament.
Look, I've said that it's the best games and formats they've had for a few years. It never beats. Nothing will beat the East-West. No,
East-West
classic.
is absolutely. But what I will say, I don't hate the tournament style, but what I do hate is the first to 40.
Yeah, I wish it was more. Even if there was a target score.
But it's so unserious.
I think of that one year. It's because it was I don't remember the exact year, but it was the one where they had like a 167 target score. It was AD for the free throw. Whatever year that was, that was that was probably the last All-Star I remember that was great. And they had like a target score, but yeah.
That high, like 40.
Yeah.
Shea drops 40 in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it was still alright. But hopefully in the future they make it.
I didn't really give a shit about watching.
Yeah, I just had it in the background.
The actual games.
I mean,
it was on a Monday and
weekend. I always love it.
Thanks to Australia being on a different planet to America, we had to watch it on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no chance.
Another thing I've written here was there were too many performances and ads.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
And I understand it, but the only performance I really liked was I was gonna say LeVar. I'm getting it. LiAngelo,
yeah.
Jello. That was great.
I turned it on. I turned it on my big TV.
But too many.
As soon as I turn it on, he comes out.
Yeah,
it's Lonzo saying like, "Oh, my brother is coming out."
I love it.
I didn't mind the actual visuals and performance, but the song you can't get pumped to the song. It's just it's a song you laugh at and you're like, "Oh."
I'm glad he's doing his thing. A lot of people like it. I
don't hate it.
I'm on
the song itself is it's.
It's
entertaining,
I have a soft spot for him,
but I would not listen to it in my car on the way to work.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't listen to it to get hype. I wouldn't listen to it deliberately. It's a song you'd listen to just to listen to it.
Yeah,
and it's because it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you actually talked to me about this. I wanted to mention it because it's true. I love Kevin Hart, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Poor Kevin Hart commentary.
I mean, cut to Shea literally on court. Look at it like That's like you've said enough. Again, I'm the same. I do love Kevin Hart. I love his movies.
I like him in the NBA too.
He's just trying a bit hard. Yeah.
The other thing is inside the NBA. I love all those guys.
Oh, 100%.
But they were a bit too truthful at times of stuff they're saying. They're like, and I'll get to this in a sec.
Like when?
they're shitting on the All-Star weekend as they're talking on the mics.
I don't know if you were listening during the dunk contest, but there was one point where Chuck was just shit talking whoever someone was dunking. He's like, this is
lame.
But I like that. Maybe that's what you need because everyone agrees. Everyone in the media, everyone is talking about it.
No, it's a known thing though. But I just don't think they should be saying it. I don't think the NBA themselves would be pretty happy with their probably most popular panel shit talking. But they most of the time they did a good job. Because I love those guys.
You love them. Like Shaq. I would marry Shaq in a heartbeat.
MVP of the
I love Shaq.
Announcers.
He's the MVP of NBA media.
He
might be even before.
Who doesn't love Shaq? Come on.
I mean, on the All-Star dancing with LeBron. Like that.
That's a classic. But I wanted to say the players decently tried, I'd say, this year compared to other years. But there were moments.
Wemby had a sook on that game winner. That's fun.
I want to talk about Wemby in a sec as well. The rookies tried well as well, but the others not so much, I've said. The other thing, going back to what the announcers and whatever was saying, they got Draymond on a panel.
Did they?
At one point, and he was the worst. It's unnecessary for him. He's not I know it was at Golden State.
Does he actually have anything to add?
He said he was shitting on the format again. He was doing it the worst. I wasn't happy because that's all he's come on there to do. You're an all-star, mate.
Speaking of Draymond, that made me think about the skills challenge.
And I was going to say that's when I was going to bring up Wemby. That was the next thing I was going to say. Yeah, look, it's smart if you it was but still it was funny, but it was dumb.
Actually, I say I turned it on when Jello had his performance. I lied. I turned it on just after the Spurs had their run. And when the guy goes up to them and says you're disqualified, and I'm like, what's happened? Why? How do you disqualify someone from the skills challenge? And I'm searching everywhere, and I finally see it. Wemby did alright because he actually got the ball near the hoop. Chris Paul was just not even. He's not even trying. It was I respect it. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, or however they say it.
It made a funny moment, but
but I feel like they shouldn't complain. First of all, who gives a shit who wins the skills challenge?
Exactly.
Do they even get money? Maybe,
I don't know.
I don't know, but I wouldn't I respect it and I understand, but I don't blame them for being disqualified because they're not trying.
Yeah. Look, overall, the All-Star weekend was still because still a W.
You could just run up to all of the carts of balls and just push them over and run. I'm passing it and I missed.
The dunk contest carried. Mac McClung carried the weekend.
Oh, Mac McClung, He got me out of my seat. He's the only thing that got me out of my seat.
I actually had my jaw drop. The last thing I wanted to talk about for the All-Star was the 30-minute break they had mid All-Star game.
Did they?
With they just got all the inside the NBA guys on the middle of the court giving him fishing gear. That was so random. Did you not see that?
No.
Yeah, look at that later. It was so random.
Fishing gear?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened because I was just watching what the heck's going on.
I remember.
But anyway, a whole massive break. Boost. It just destroyed that was another thing to talk about. That was okay. Yeah. Give the money to charity. No offense to that kid. But...
Kyrie stole some money.
Oh really?
They're all playing and then Kyrie just takes a little handful of money. So the guy's got $99,993 or something.
But yeah, that killed the momentum. And that was
the
stupid.
Break, yeah.
But anyway, other than that,
I didn't watch that.
The All-Star weekend was still a decent W, but hopefully they improve that because Adam Silver got a lock in on that. But yeah,
just bring back East-West.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
There's a surprising amount of pride in East versus West. Fans say, "Oh, the East is weak, the West is stacked." I agree, the West is stacked. This year, the East is a lot better, definitely.
Yeah.
Knicks, Cavs, Boston. Do I need to go on? It's a lot more competitive between the conferences, but the last few years, East was poo.
Yeah, West was way better. I don't mind them mixing it up, but yeah.
But then you get the red and the blue jerseys, and it's just it just looks so good.
Yeah.
And they try. You can have a target score East versus West, that's fine.
Yeah.
Even the player draft was better.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
I would say that would be second best. East West.
I don't actually even mind them swapping it up every now and then. Like, bring it back a
East and West, bring
East
back
and
just
West.
wearing their jerseys.
Yeah.
So you'd be wearing a white, I'd be wearing the black.
Yeah, that's a little confusing, but that's
It
still
is,
very classic. I love it. I love that.
I think they do, my guess would be they don't do it so casual fans don't get confused.
Yeah.
Because a casual fan watching that, they'd be looking there going, what's going on?
I think it was 2019. It was like the last All-Star for D-Wade and Dirk.
Oh, was it 2019?
They had the logo of their team, and it was all the same.
Yeah,
colours. So
the black and the white with the logo.
Good.
That I liked. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm grabbing something.
All right.
Well, with the bucket edit, I'm grabbing something.
All right, we're gonna do one. I'd say just
Yeah.
you grab it out. Just do it.
Even if we don't have to talk long
That's what it's
about
want to be. Yeah, we can talk.
All right,
it's one of mine.
This is one of yours.
Hopefully, it's not a long one to set up.
If it is, we'll put it back and pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right.
And our questions we can ask next episode. I'd say. So
trivia.
that,
Yeah. I mean, we
Save
could even
that.
do that. Like,
because we won't have any.
we could even do that just as like a TikTok.
Oh
TikTok.
yeah.
I'm very excited to do like give me the TikTok login. I'm just gonna make random fucking videos. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
All right, we got something from the bucket. I'm gonna read it out.
It's one of mine. I don't know what it is.
This is something I think I said this to you.
Oh, don't tell me.
Which NBA players would you let tuck you into bed at night?
Shaq is the obvious answer.
Shaq, Giannis, I would say.
I'll give you a few. Oh, that's a good
Giannis,
one.
unless he has the ring for sex bill.
Oh, that's it. No, ring for blowjob. As well. I think there's one of those. I'd also say this is a good shout.
Yeah.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
Have you heard his voice?
Yeah. No, I see that.
And also like Chris Bosh is great too. I don't know why.
Why
Those
Chris
are the two I
Bosh?
think of. I don't know why. But that and Shaq obviously is the main one.
Oh god.
Other than that, some I wouldn't. Who I wouldn't let it do.
Oh, back on the dunk contest for like 30 seconds. Hamidou Diallo, last greatest dunk contest dunk. Over Shaq with the sickest jersey ever, pulls it open, Superman.
There's been a few. Few.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm a Thunder fan, so I'm gonna say that.
But that is a great one. But yeah, I don't know who I wouldn't let me tuck into bed. But yeah. I can't
God. Any Hornets player.
Why?
I don't know. Bridges, didn't he hit someone?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Don't
it
worry
was
about
Bridges.
that.
I didn't want to
Talk about
specifically
that.
call someone out, but I think it was Bridges.
Yeah, I don't want to go to in case we ever somehow get him on the podcast one day. I don't want to make any.
Why do you hit people, man?
No.
That's there you go. There's the
interesting way
bucket.
to end it. Did you just put it back in there?
No, I just tossed it down to the side.
All right.
I'm
I
not
guess we're
stupid.
done with that question. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That wraps up the very first episode of the Bucket Edit. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Absolutely.
And thank you.
Stay tuned. Plenty of content.
Yes, we'll be back next week.
We'll be smashing it. Daily stuff.
All right.
Hopefully.
Peace out. Thank you for watching.